just explain to me what happened in terms of the end of the talks here, because the European Union's chief negotiator, Michel Barnier, sort of suggested or hinted, actually, that we might not need to reach a deal on the financial terms before the end of this year. Why is that so critical?
Well, it's critical because the key part for the United Kingdom is really important to wrap up this first part of the negotiations by the end of the year. If they don't, there's going to be very serious question marks about whether the United Kingdom will have the time to negotiate a so-called transitional deal before Brexit actually happens in March of 2019. So the longer that they go without reaching an agreement in this first stage of negotiations, the greater the chance is that the UK will fall out of the European Union without a deal.
What happens if it does fall out without a deal? What rules go into effect, or what's the framework in which the UK would operate?
Well, this is the question. I mean, you would throw business into huge. There would be huge uncertainty about the tariff rates that would apply. There's a risk that the United Kingdom would revert to what's known as preferred country status, which means that essentially you might see 20% tariffs imposed on cars that are being imported into the United Kingdom. You would basically see there's a risk that you would see chaos, and that is why there is this real sense of urgency now coming back into the negotiations, because the risk of this terrible situation, this very difficult situation for business, is getting worse and worse. But of course, the real problem here, also adding to the situation that the UK is in, is that the government itself, the UK government itself, cannot agree or cannot seem to agree on what their negotiating position should be.